That's what Canadians are asking as food prices keep rising.
3 steaks, $124.
It's gonna be either beef or rent soon. When it comes to the rising cost of groceries,
my kids love a burger, but these days, meat is so damn expensive.
Let me show you how expensive red meat can get in Toronto.
Beef is quickly becoming a luxury item in Canada.
Cries in Canadian. Canada could never. This would be like $1,000 in Canada.
Also says 1/4 of households in this country are considered food insecure.
Beef prices are just out of control. And
I love beef, but guys, at this rate, I can't afford to eat beef.
$271 to make a tenderloin for your family.
Welcome to the Canadian Rant. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you went to the grocery store, picked up a pack of beef, and actually felt comfortable paying for it? Because today in Canada, beef, yes, beef, is becoming a luxury item. A luxury in one of the wealthiest countries in the world. That juicy lunchtime burger you used to enjoy? That family BBQ you looked forward to? Those simple moments are slipping away, not because Canadians changed, but because the system did. Record high beef prices are hitting every household, and experts say the market isn't cooling down anytime soon. In fact, it's getting worse. And now we're being forced to ask, how did basic food become unaffordable? How did a country built on farmland and agriculture price its own people out of the dinner table? Beef is now a luxury in Canada. Just let that sink in.
Prime rib roast, it's a small roast. Basically, it's like 2 steaks.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What is it? $60
Eat tenderloin here. That's like a real number. $271 to make a tenderloin for your family. $262. $240. What the hell? Look at this. 3 pieces of steak. Is this a joke? This can't be real. $110? What?
You're looking for Wagyu beef? Beef ribeye boneless American Wagyu?
Beef prices in Canada just jumped 5.8% in 1 year. That's not inflation. That's a gut punch. When basic protein becomes a luxury, what kind of life is this? Follow and comment below.
I honestly do not understand the price of groceries these days. I love beef, but guys, at this rate, I can't afford to eat beef. I can't afford it.
Let me show you how expensive red meat can get in Toronto. Damn. Jeez. Boy, it's expensive. I mean, you could probably get it cheaper somewhere else, but it can be expensive too.
Also says 1/4 of households in this country are considered food insecure.
A quarter, 25% of Canadians are struggling to stay fed. That's insane. That's unacceptable. We elected an economist, global leading economist, to figure this out. This survivability crisis that is hitting Canada, the food is at the center of it. So where are the economic strategies to help? Before anyone jumps in here to correct me about they're doing X, Y, and Z, why haven't I heard about it? Why have I not heard about it? Why is it not being blasted across the news that the government is stepping in a large way to control food prices? Because if I haven't heard about it, I'm guessing Loblaws down the street doesn't care.
beef prices are just out of control, and they won't normalize until probably 2027 at this point, pushing people to look at chicken and pork. And guess what? Because of higher demand, both chicken and pork are more expensive as well. So the meat counter is going to get more expensive in 2026, unfortunately.
The most annoying people on this app in comment section has got to be, and I'm sorry, the Canadians. Yes, this is Canada on Canada crime. Cries in Canadian. Canada could never. This would be like $1,000 in Canada. Shut up, you whiny bitches. Now, don't get me wrong. Grocery prices are expensive, but we don't even have the most expensive prices in the world. Go furthermore. Do any of you know how to shop? Someone in my comment section yesterday was like, well, you know what? I paid $14 for 3 chicken breasts. It's like, nobody forced you to buy the chicken breast. If chicken breast is expensive, then don't buy chicken breast. And other people are like, oh, well, you know, I can't even buy strawberries anymore. So, the fuck? Then don't buy strawberries. Eat bananas. Do you not know how to shop?
Next year, meat could go up in price faster than many other foods. Overall, food prices are predicted to go up between 4 and 6% in 2026. Meat is predicted to go up by 5 to 7%. Some factors behind this include higher packaging and processing costs. And herds themselves are smaller this year, including some ranches downsizing. That's not happening at this BC ranch, but they understand why.
Older ranching families that don't have younger generation coming into that are getting out. I mean, it's the best time to get out. It's high prices for cattle right now.
That could have a cascade effect on more than just beef.
A lot of cattle ranchers are exiting the industry, which is impacting inventory overall. So people are noticing higher prices. They're pivoting over to other sources like chicken, which is why chicken prices are also on the rise.
Vegetables could also jump between 3 and 5%. Overall, these researchers predict a family of 4 could spend up to $995 more next year on food. But remember, these predictions are just that. Last year, the same researchers estimated fruit and vegetables would go up in price, and the actual retail price went in the opposite direction.
3 steaks, $124. My God. Y'all want to get your hands on a Ninja Slushie? They're offering them $2.99 at Costco. What the heck are these? No way. They have a whole chocolate Dubai section. Those are the ones I got last time. Dubai clones.
Where's the beef? That's what Canadians are asking as food prices keep rising. This Prime Minister told Canadians he would be judged by the prices at the grocery store. And yet 86% of Canadians say they are cutting back on meat because they simply can't afford it. The Liberals' industrial carbon tax and inflationary deficits are driving up the price Canadians pay at the checkout line. Why is this Liberal government making it even harder for people to afford food?
The Honourable Secretary of State for Sport.
Mr. Speaker, there's no taxes on food. And look, food's too expensive. That's a fact, but I've got some other facts for the member. 1, the number 1 driver of food cost inflation is climate change, something those Conservatives will never say. 2, industrial carbon pricing applies to goods sold on international markets, and they're not passed on to consumers. 3, industrial carbon systems impact household expenses by 0%, Mr. Speaker. Here's some ideas of ways the Conservatives can actually help Canadians. Vote in favor of dental care. Vote in favor of national school food programs, vote in favor of affordable housing, or vote in favor of $10 a day childcare that we just signed with Ontario, Mr. Speaker. Try and help a Canadian for once.
The Honourable Member for Noosa-Tecumseh, Gwillimbury.
Well, Mr. Speaker, that answer was all bun, no patty. Said nothing of substance to Canadians who can afford groceries. Because of Liberal policies, next year a family of 4 can expect to pay nearly $1,000 more on food. Food prices could rise 6% next year, with meat expected to see the biggest price hike. The Liberals are refusing to act to lower food costs. The beef's already gone. So what does that minister think Canadians should cut back on next?
The Honourable Secretary of State.
Mr. Speaker, I got a lot of respect for that member, and I've been to his riding, and I know the farmers in his riding very well, and they know that industrial carbon pricing doesn't affect the cost of food in Canada. He should spend more time talking to those farmers, Mr. Speaker. But if you want something to put on his hot dog, here's 4 things. Dental care for Canadians, $10 a day child care for young kids, a national school food program to feed the kids in his riding. Mr. Speaker, affordable housing goes great on a hot dog. Put that on your hamburger.
It's going to be either beef or rent soon. When it comes to the rising cost of groceries, a few items have increased more over the past year, one of them being beef. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the price of steaks is up 16.6% compared to last year alone.
I don't know why the cost of meat is rising. Is like, are there less cows? I don't think so.
So they come from Canada. A lot of our meat and like stuff like that, it comes from Canada, and tariffs and all of that.
I thought it was USDA.
We're eating Canadian cows?
No, we might.
No,
I mean,
a lot of like poultry and beef and all of that, it's imported.
You're right. We do beef with Canadians.
Our cows are saying Crody.
Crody. Don't eat me, fam.
And then we eat them.
We should all stop eating so much Canadian stuff.
Why?
Because it's making us soft. Don't milk me, fam. What are you doing, fam?
I'm not a political man. I don't really care about politics really at all because it's all the same shit, just painted a different fucking color. But I hope we get cheaper gas, and congrats Tony or whatever, but we need to get to the real fucking meat and potatoes of all of this, literally. Like, why the fuck is roast so expensive? Like, I don't understand how I'm getting Mexico beef, how we're getting fucking beef from Australia and all over the goddamn continent of the world, but here in Newfoundland I gotta pay $50 for a bit of fucking roast to put in the slow cooker? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, can anybody of any political party or fucking from Mars or the fucking Bell Island, I don't care where you're from here in Newfoundland, tell me why the hell is beef so expensive? Like, we don't have Trepassey beef or Carbonear beef or fucking Clarenville beef? We gotta get it from Mexico and goddamn fucking everywhere? Mama curse, I'm just frustrated. Like, I just want a bit of beef. That's all. Can anybody anywhere on the planet figure this out for us here in Newfoundland while we are paying exorbitant, I don't even know if that's a word, but like, I just want cheap beef. I just want to eat a roast. Like, I can't understand it. So if anybody out in TikTok land or fucking, I don't know, Jupiter, Mars, or fucking USA or wherever, hey Danielle Smith, I see you up in Alberta. Like, we're blue now. We like you guys. Well, I always did, but whatever. Can you send us down some of that bird of beef? Get some of the boys to lug it down? Like, I don't care what you gotta do or who. Like, I'll vote for anybody. Just get me a fucking cheap pot roast. Like, me and the wife are just dying for a good feed of roast, but I ain't paying $50. I'm not going at it. So if anybody out there wants to share this to whoever we gotta go to get a bit of meat, a bit of cheap meat, please, dear God, I just want a good pot roast. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.
Well, how do you feel about chicken burgers? Rising food prices are changing what Canadians are cooking on the grill this season. According to a new report, beef is quickly becoming a luxury item in Canada, changing what families are serving at the dinner table. For example, the cost of strip loin is up more than 34%. Top strip loin up 33%. Rib cuts have jumped nearly 12%. CTV's Tyler Fleming is here with more on this. Tyler.
Yeah, Patricia, soaring beef prices are squeezing families, but deals are out there if you know where to look. Sheila Soprovich just finished her grocery shop, but where's the beef?
There's no beef. No beef.
She says it costs too much.
I only buy on sale, and steak is almost never.
Since January, strip loin steak is up more than 30%, in some cases pushing past $55 per kilo.
Ground beef, if I can get it on a good price. And I'm old enough to remember when you could get it for $1.99 a pound.
Today, it's more than $10 a pound. Some reasons: shrinking Canadian beef herds as more producers quit, higher transportation costs, and rising inflation.
We eat more eggs, more fish, chicken.
The extent of increases are quite surprising. It's way more than we were expecting, beyond what I think is reasonably acceptable.
Experts note 2 private companies supply 85% of Canada's beef. And while grocers' margins have stayed steady, supplier profits remain unclear.
It's time for the Canadian Competition Bureau to do its job and look into this matter, because so there are some irregularities when it comes to beef prices.
We do avoid the big packers the best we can. We go from farmer to table in fewer steps.
Pete and Gus meat market owner Case DeCarlo says their top quality grass-fed Canadian cuts like T-bones often beat big store prices.
These here, I know, I've checked very recently, and we're about 10% or so under.
And the family-run shop wants to do its part to have the summer sizzle on the grill and not the wallet.
For us, it means that, we will cut into some of our margins to make sure that beef is still readily accessible to the people.
And experts have another beef too. The price will likely keep moving up before an expected stabilization in mid-2026. Patricia.
2026. We don't want to go that long without some steak sizzling on the barbecue, that's for sure.
No kidding.
All right, CTV's Tyler Fleming live for us tonight. Thank you.
The price of beef has hit an all-time high. For these guys, the big lunchtime burger is still a treat they're willing to splurge on.
Unlikely to stop me from eating a burger.
But for some folks, the price hike could mean filling up on cheaper kinds of protein.
Too much, too rich for my blood. The farthest I go is ground beef, and I'll go with the lean, not the extra lean, because it's just too high. And for what you get, it's way too high. I'm amazed. I'm shocked.
In September of this year, Canadian retail beef prices, reported by Statistics Canada, averaged around $25.90 a kilogram. That's up 4% from last September and up 26% from the 5-year average.
It's gone up drastically, and to be honest, I think it's going to keep going up with the way the market's going.
Which is tough on consumers, but good news for family-owned ranches reaping the rewards. Mike Devick is 37 and part of the extended family that runs Devick's Ranch in the Heffley-Lewis Creek area north of Kamloops. They diversified their cow-calf operation to include a feedlot and this busy butcher shop and meat processing facility on site. The ranch started in 1906. Today, the labor is shared between 3 brothers, 2 cousins, a dad, and an uncle. Like all ranchers, they've seen tough times, which makes their current success especially sweet.
Mad Cow was a time where money was really tight. There was basically no market. You were down there just about giving cattle away. And then that was a tough time for quite a few years after that. And then I know it was a little bit before my time in the 80s when interest rates were up in the high teens, almost to 20%. I know my parents just about had to sell the whole ranch because you couldn't make payments.
Those struggles that include fires, floods, and drought are part of the reason why a lot of ranchers can't convince their kids to take over the reins.
It's a lot of hard work, and I think they've seen their parents probably how much time they spend working and how little money they might make. So they've pursued different careers.
That lack of succession planning is part of why the cost of beef is so high. Many older ranchers are getting out of the business. Paul Devick, Mike's dad, is 69, a third-generation rancher. He explains the sky-high cost of beef this way.
Supply and demand. Supply's down, demand is still fairly strong, and so prices are high. It's never been this high before.
With prices high and no one to take over, some of these older ranchers are cashing out.
Why not sell on a high note and maximize your capital assets? And so I think if I was didn't have a succession plan for the next generation, I'd be selling now as well.
Fewer ranches, less cows, higher prices, and more demand. Which means a grilled porterhouse on the weekend may become an occasional but even more coveted treat.
Yeah, worth every bite, every penny. keep enjoying it in moderation.
Shelley Joyce, CBC News, Kamloops.
Canada is reaching a point we never imagined, a place where everyday Canadians can no longer afford everyday food. And when beef becomes a luxury, it's not just about meat. It's about something much bigger, something deeper. It's about the dignity of being able to feed your family. It's about the freedom to enjoy simple pleasures without checking your bank balance every 2 seconds. It's about the social divide growing right in front of us, where the rich eat normally and the rest of the country is forced to adjust. This isn't normal. This isn't just inflation. This is a sign of a system cracked from top to bottom, where farms are struggling, production is dropping, supply chains are unstable, and families are being crushed financially. And the most painful part? Nobody in power seems to be paying the real price. Only Canadians are. So now we have to ask ourselves, if food, the most basic human need, is becoming unreachable, what comes next? How much more are we expected to take? Where is the leadership? Where is the plan? Where is the accountability? Because Canadians are tired, families are stressed, parents are scared, and every week that grocery bill climbs a little higher while paychecks stay exactly the same. This is not sustainable, this is not fair, and this is not the Canada we were promised. Thank you for watching the Canadian Rant. If you're feeling this crisis personally, speak up. Comment your story below. I want to hear from you, and so does everyone else who's living through this. Hit like, share this video, and make sure you subscribe, because we're exposing the truth the government, corporations, and news networks refuse to touch. Together, we keep the conversation alive. Together, we fight for a better Canada.